I write to provide a detailed account, as closely as possible to the styles and language of our past decades, to amplify the grandeur of Tolkien's magnificent work, The Lord of the Rings. Appendices of this esteemed narrative offer a rich embodiment of Middle-earth's enthralling history and the intricate fates of its denizens. My endeavor is to elaborate upon these appendices in detail. Considered indispensable for those who live and breathe Middle-earth, Appendix A recounts the histories of the rulers who have graced its various realms. Beginning with the kings of Númenor and their descendants, it sketches a vivid portrait of a lineage teeming with valor and tribulation. The narrative then traverses through the chronicles of the kings and stewards of Gondor, whose reigns and regencies shaped the very fabric of their land. The recounting touches also upon the sovereigns of Rohan, whose fierce riders carved legends upon the windswept plains. Particularly poignant is the detailed chronicle of Aragorn and Arwen's romance. Elrond's initial disapproval of their union adds dramatic tension, highlighting Aragorn's journey toward his destiny as a king and the sacrifices Arwen makes for her beloved, forsaking her undying peace. Turning our gaze to Appendix B, we find a meticulous chronology of Middle-earth's momentous events. It commences with epochs of the First and Second Ages, and then delves deeply into the happenings of the Third Age. Significant events from the primary tale are articulated by precise dates, painting a woven narrative rich with depth. This is where we learn, for instance, the esteemed Merry becomes the Master of Buckland and Pippin ascends to the Took. Their positions affirm the respect they garnered following the war. The benevolent Sam assumes the mantle of Mayor, further ensuring the prosperity of the Shire. Aragorn's regal visits to the north to maintain his bonds with the hobbits further highlights the interconnected lives of these characters. In a fitting postlude, we see Sam relinquishing the Red Book to his daughter before joining the last ring-bearer in the Undying Lands. The tales of Merry and Pippin, ending their days in Gondor, resting beside their king, echo the enduring camaraderie among the Fellowship. Legolas and Gimli's final voyage marks the last departure of the company from Middle-earth, symbolizing an epoch's end. Appendix C reveals in detail the genealogies of Frodo, Pippin, Merry, and Sam. These family trees offer substantive insights into the hobbits' heritages, grounding their extraordinary adventures in the everyday lives of their forebears. Appendix D elucidates the Shire calendar's specifics and relates it to the more universal calendars of elves and men. For those fascinated by linguistic nuances, Appendix E provides an extensive guide on pronunciation and the varied forms of writing, a scholarly touch to understanding the enchanted languages. Finally, Appendix F expounds upon the languages and races inhabiting Middle-earth, offering commentary on the complexities of translating such languages into modern English, stressing the richness and diversity of Tolkien's linguistic landscape. Reflecting upon the entirety of these appendices, one finds parallels with the tale's prologue. Both sections enrich one's understanding of Middle-earth and its characters, but might have burdened the central narrative had they been embedded therein. A reader could indeed relish The Lord of the Rings in isolation, yet the appendices bestow an additional layer of understanding, imbuing the characters, history, and culture with remarkable depth. The chronology within the appendices proves to be exceedingly useful, correlating events across simultaneous storylines. For instance, learning that on March 7th, 3019, Frodo arrives at Henneth Annwn just as Aragorn reaches Dunharrow underlines the synchronicity of their narratives, a vital revelation otherwise obscured by the novel's page sequencing. The story of Aragorn and Arwen unfurls compellingly, chronicling Aragorn's youth in Rivendell and the wistful arc of their courtship. Arwen's choice to forsake immortality for the love of a mortal man stands as a poignant testament to the very theme of sacrifice and loss that permeates Tolkien's magnum opus. Aragorn's serene acceptance of his mortality contrasts sharply with Arwen's sorrow, underscoring the sacrifice inherent in embracing her fate. Her eventual demise in Lothlorien heralds not just the end of her life, but also the eventual, poignant withdrawal of the elves from Middle-earth, symbolizing the fading of an era replete with magic and grace. This theme of loss, is a potent current within Tolkien's work, revealing the fundamental truth that some must relinquish their happiness and themselves to safeguard the prospects of hope and joy for others. The story of Arwen epitomizes the selflessness that lies at the heart of the narrative, complementing the farewell of Frodo, the elves, and Gandalf. They have preserved the world, but their reward is an indelible departure from it, a sacrifice resonant with profound melancholy and an enduring legacy. That's all for today. If you like this bookly chapter summary, please let me know by pressing the like button or leaving a comment down below.